Speaking of being forgotten, Luke Harper. I know you turned away because you should have thinking like, what? Luke Harper. I feel so bad for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So Luke Harper was his partner got injured. Then he got injured. Yep. So he comes. So he's supposed to have a program with Sami Zayn after WrestleMania.
Now, in between that, he did come back in that Worlds Collide tournament, right? And had a match with Dominic Djokovic.
Okay.
It was purely on the network.
Okay.
So I don't know if you ever get a chance. It's not bad.
Uh-huh.
It's not bad at all. You get to see 205 wrestlers and maybe NXT. You know, it mixes up. Or NXT UK fighting this person. It's like, all right, cool. He came back and had a good match. He was It was all on his Instagram. Everything's back. Yo, I'm back. This, that, and the third. And then it seemed like they had nothing for him. And you was about to say about this program with Sami Zayn.
Yes, that's what his first feud was to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was going to be a babyface or a heel, but he told him to go home. Then, when he wanted to know what show he could be drafted on, Vince gave a remark that draft, he can't even do a southern accent. Luke Harper didn't even get drafted.
Mm.
So Luke Harper said, okay, fine. So they had a test with EC3 on Main Event with him and Drake Maverick, because back in Impact, him and Rockstar Spud used to be together.
Right.
And he had a match with Luke Harper. Vince said it's the worst match he ever seen.
Mm.
So Luke Harper said, okay, I see the writing on the wall. I'm not no good to you here anymore. Release me.
I saw it when he posted, asked it for his release, and everybody was like, oh man, so Luke Harper gone.
So then what happens? Vince adds on 6 months to his contract because he was injured for that time and he didn't live out the rest of his contract. So guess what? Guess when this man's contract is due?
What's that?
WrestleMania of next year.
That's petty.
That's petty.
That's petty.
Luke Harper made a statement saying, I tried to go back to them and give them different ideas after ideas after ideas. They shut them all down. I want to know what some of the ideas were.
Right.
And Vince has been upset with Luke Harper ever since he said this guy can't do a southern accent. I've always said on this podcast or anytime I talk about wrestling, I always said this. Vince McMahon is not a racist. Vince McMahon is racially insensitive. He stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that comes from down south don't look like country hillbillies. My family come from down south. We don't look like that.
Definitely don't.
I know white folks that come from down south that don't look like that.
Yep.
There is Southern pride, they call it. And just because you are the white family doesn't mean you're supposed to be some Southern hillbilly. It's supposed to be like Hillbilly G. Even the boss man that came from Cow County, Georgia.
Yep.
Came out there, with a nice stick. He didn't come out there looking like Luke Harper did.
Right.
So what do you mean he don't get him? The man looks like Bruiser Brody.
He does.
You could actually go back and try to make a reincarnation of that if you want to. But the man's 39 years old. I didn't even know he was that old until I looked it up. 39 years old.
Wow.
And now, this has shown me how scared WWE is. Scared.
Of AEW, you saying?
Yes. Of that competition, because everybody wants to leave. There are reports of people purposely failing drug tests to get fired. And you know what's happening? Vince ain't firing them.
Because he's pigeonholing them. There's even, another big thing with Luke Harper. People was putting out there, somebody from that, I believe worked at PWI, and was out there, was even tweeting out the idea, how about we bring Luke Harper back and put him part of the Funhouse with Bray Wyatt, almost in a similar reincarnation of the Wyatt family. But that's a good way to at least introduce him and bring him back. And Bray Wyatt replied to the tweet, said, "Hey, I'll try." Mm-hmm. So he got wrestlers out there on his side. If we go back to the times of Luke Harper as the Intercontinental Champion, short it was, but his matches then was greatness.
Well, so Luke Harper had always great matches. That feud he had with Dolph Ziggler, that feud he had for WrestleMania 31, that the feud he had with Randy Orton. Luke Harper put on good matches. He's the better one out of him and Rowan.
Right.
So the issue is Vince got this like I said, people are looking at a dollar sign. That's why I said it, because Vince will do anything for the New Day, but won't do anything for Luke Harper. That's why I don't look at racial. I look at racially insensitive because Luke Harper can't do what Vince wants him to do. There's so many things Luke Harper can do right now, and even put him in the Firefly Funhouse, you have to change his whole gimmick because of the way that's being presented.
Right.
He would have to probably shave his beard.
He would have to come back on some type of shave his beard, come back with a nice fresh cut and in a suit. Like, I've changed my ways as well.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, let's see what this means. It'd be interesting.
It would be. It'd be different. But once again, I think that's the thing because I don't know how long this Firefly Funhouse is going to be because see now, they bringing in kids, and see I don't know how their sponsorship is going to handle this.
What?
Because it's each episode. It's like a series,
right?
Each episode is getting creepier and creepier, and it's kind of like so. There's a creepypasta. You know what a creepypasta is?
No, please.
A creepypasta is horror stories that are on the internet.
Okay.
Where it's made of horror stories and stuff like that. And there's this one called Candle Cove, which is about this kids' TV show that only certain kids can see. That was about this crazy pirate and these very weird characters they held in the show. But every time their parents will watch them, they're watching static. So it's a very creepy story. So
that's wild.
It had to kind of remind me of that, and also when me and Shorty B used to react to back in the day,
Five Nights at Freddy and all that.
No, the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Oh, excuse me, yeah.
That's what this stuff reminds me of. So have you ever seen all the episodes of the Firefly Funhouse?
Yes, except for the one from Raw last.
Okay,
that's the only one I'm up to now.
Yeah, each episode's getting more and more creepier, and they're having more and more undertones. I'm loving it. That's probably the only thing I like about Raw. But the only thing that scares me is because when you have a kid-friendly show and you start when you have like a PG product, you bring that in, you're like, how's this going to work with these kids? You know what I'm saying? And you start bringing kids into the segment, and it was like it's kind of like when they had the boys say he had the whole world in his hands, creepy to John Cena.
All right. Oh man, that was wild.
They killed that shit quick, and I'm just like,
but it was amazing. It
was good, but. They don't want to get that wrong message. And I'm like, if they start going down, because it reminds me of a mixture of Candle Cove and if you get a chance to listen to that, if you like, well, see, you don't like horror,
right?
But it's literally because I listen to horror stories. I listen to the true ones. And I listen to the creepypastas.
Right.
The creepypastas are the fiction ones.
Right.
So, but Luke Harper had to change his whole thing, and I just felt it's so petty. And there's people out there saying it's Luke Harper, but that's the problem. A lot of wrestlers are getting this kind of treatment. Where is my Dolph Ziggler?
Doing comedy shows?
And as I'm saying, people may look at it like this, but I'm like, look, if you get a bad rap from one of these people, all John Cena had to say back in 2012 was, I don't think Dolph Ziggler got it. Now look at Dolph Ziggler. All Mr. Kennedy had to do was drop Randy Orton on his head. And where's Mr. Kennedy now?
Right. I mean, you can even argue the revival. Because everybody was like, oh, look, maybe he forgave the revival. He put the belt on him. Look at the revival now.
Now, the revival, look, I'm going to say it like it is. The revival, on Monday, because you didn't see it, was rolling around their ring, rubbing their ass in the ring, because their wrestling types were filled with, wait for it, Uzi Hot.
Okay.
That's the thing. They're punishing the revival
for trying to leave.
Because they turned down their $550,000 a year contract for 5 years. The revival still got about a good, I think, to the beginning of the year left on their contract. The club already said we leaving. September, we done.
Club is done.
Yeah. September, we're done. The revival, they offered them $550,000 a year.
It's a lot of money, man.
Bruh, that's top guy money.
Now, Now, just for are we talking about $550 each per person or as a team?
That I don't know, but if you split it,
it's still a lot of money.
That's still a lot of money a year.
That's almost what you need me to do, boss. Money.
Yeah, that's about $275 a year. if you split them, but if it's for each individual guy,
call it Navient tomorrow,
bro. in year to year, it's $1 million right there. You talk 5 years, you make over $4 million like that. That's how much he's trying to keep you, but it's the battle of money versus happiness. And I think they evaluate what happens. And I think that's what Luke Harper wants. So now Luke Harper got to sit at home, not perfecting his craft,
right, to
wait until his contract is over to leave. And you know, the thing is, we don't know that if AEW is going to be successful anyway. I hope it is, especially with their show Double or Nothing coming up.
Look, if I may, about AEW, it is shaping up to a strong WCW feel for me now.
Everything. Look, I just said this in my Raw review. After seeing the Raw I just saw, this started for like 1995. In 1995, WWE was in the worst year financially, and everything is dropping. And you know what happened in the fall of 1995?
What's that?
Nitro started in September. You know what's going to happen in the fall of 2019?
What's that?
AEW is going to start. And what happened? Nitro played for about 8 months. And then they played, and everybody's like, oh, let's check out Nitro. Next thing you know, 96, when Nitro got real hot, when Scott Hall came, they were done for the next 2 years. That's what can happen.
That's what's going on. If we see, it's the same thing. You have your original AEW talents, same way there was some original WCW talents, and then what happened in WCW? You saw some certain names that was almost synonymous with WWE or WWF at this time come over to WCW, and you was like, wait a minute. For example, when Hulk Hogan showed up at WCW, and everybody's like, what? You are the World Wrestling Federation.
Yep.
I have to watch this now.